Hey everyone, welcome back to another PS3 video, and today I wanted to do some testing and also talk about the newly custom firmware where there's a patch to overclock your GPU. Very interesting. This was, let's see, the thread started back in March 19th by Zhao. I think that's how you pronounce it. But credits to M4JOR and adding these patches of core speeds to overclock our GPU. So with the retail PS3's RSX chip, which is the GPU, the default clock speed is 500. So they were able to achieve a speed of 550 and finally 600, which is pretty awesome. Now this is kind of scary because you want to use this at your own risk and there's not a whole lot of tests, and overclocking your GPU chip, or like computers say your CPU, you're going to be adding a lot more heat, so you have a high risk of overheating your PS3 and potentially damaging your system permanently. Not only that, but you have to be extremely careful using this type of custom firmware, and you just have to make sure that you're aware of the risks, you're aware of what you have to use. Obviously, we have, let's see, 3 different unofficial custom firmwares, so I'll have a link to this in the description down below. But we have 4.89 EvilNAT with RSX Overclock, and then the EvilNAT 4.88, let's see, and Rebug 4.84.2. So caution, if your PS3 has overheating issues, overclocking the RSX can be very dangerous when using these experimental custom firmwares. Be sure to keep an eye on your internal temps. Fat consoles should exercise additional caution over slim consoles. Now, the reason why I wanted to test this is obviously to see if there is an improvement in gameplay. Now, I have a highly modded PS3. I just recently added 2 fans on the back, 1 intake and outtake, and I have drilled a few holes in the front for more airflow to go through for that fan on the top side, or on this side, well, the only fan on the PS3. But I'll have a link to a video, a quick little montage video of what work I've done on the PS3. And I also added new thermal compound to both the CPU and GPU, and I got extremely lucky with the RSX because I thought I made a mistake adding 2 different screws to the heatsink on the metal frame or the metal plate. So I went back and removed the motherboard, and it was a little bit more difficult than I thought it was. So I pulled it off, and I basically took the heat separator from the RSX, and the chip had, like, it was just sitting there, like clean cut, broken off. It wasn't broken off, but it was just completely separated, right? So I was able to clean that off and actually add new thermal compound to that. So that is one of the most difficult things anybody can do when it comes to messing around with like CPUs and stuff like that, to add new thermal compound to something like that. And I was looking online and it's like extremely difficult, so I got very, very lucky on that. So my results are gonna be a little crazy when it comes to cooling my system down now, but I felt fairly confident into updating my 4.89 EvilNAT custom firmware to this new patch for the RSX Overclock. And yeah, now that my system is a lot cooler, I've noticed that the gameplay is a lot better and the temps are fairly low. I've been running it all day today without the patch, just the basic 4.89 EvilNAT, and this is a PS3 Slim, the 2nd gen. So it runs really good. I'm very happy with that. And I just wanted to kind of explain where my PS3 is at right now before we show the results and talk about that. So There's going to be a total of 4 games I'm going to be testing in this video. So there's going to be Diablo 3, Red Dead Redemption, Bioshock 2, and Alice the Madness Returns. And there's going to be 3 different tests. The first one is just going to be the basic 500 default. The second test is going to be with the RSX Overclock at 600 megahertz. And the third test is going to be with the overclock using the M Classic adapter. Now this is an adapter that upscales the picture of the gameplay, and it's an amazing little device, and it's not too expensive, and it gives you a better visuals of the game, so hopefully that will help a little bit. All these tests are done with the highly modified PS3 with the 2 fans and the new thermal compound, so I wasn't able to actually test these games without the mods because my PS3 was already having issues where it was overheating. I couldn't really use it more than like 20 minutes because it was just going crazy. Even when using the webMAN fan adjustments, it still was overheating way too much, and I had to basically stop using it and just get into the PS3, do the mods, and just clean it completely out because it was overheating way too much, and it actually turned off on me a couple times because it was going too crazy. So, but yeah, sorry for the introduction here. I just wanted to be clear and make sure that you're aware of everything that's going on with my PS3 because it's not your regular PS3. So hopefully you guys appreciate these tests, and hopefully it helps the community to see what is going on with these kind of tests and go from there. So again, big shout out to the developers who have made this possible. And again, please be careful using this kind of stuff. You have to be very careful when installing these types of custom firmwares. They're very experimental, and I feel highly confident with my PS3 because of the mods that I made. So here we go. Let's get into it.
A flower's purpose is simple and immutable. Human purpose is fickle, because it is a slave to memory. Memories must be strictly managed, Alice. Unproductive ones must be eliminated.
I need this. Do you hear me?
My hatred is too low. A challenge. I need more discipline. Not enough hatred. My hatred is too low. I need more hatred to do that.
walking after that post.